This is the future. San Dimas, California, 2692. A most excellent society based on the philosophy of the two great ones, Bill and Ted, and the music of their band, the Wild Stallions. My job is to provide the two great ones with the Circuits of Time phone booth, allowing them to travel through time, keeping them on their correct path. A path they must follow to ensure the future of our most excellent society. Society based on the philosophy and lessons learned during Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
A right angle is that angle formed when two perpendicular lines intersect. Now, the diagonal and the sides are merely lines, which means the diagonal of a parallelogram can be at a right angle to one of the sides. What are you doing?
We were listening to your most, excellent geometric lecture, Mr. Snyder, sir.
Where are you now? Would you two please stand up? Tell me, can the diagonal of a parallelogram be at a right angle to one of the sides?
I think it's a trick question, Bill.
Yes or no?
Oh, Mr. Snyder, sir, I believe that a diagonal cannot be at a right angle to one of the sides.
That's right. It can only be at the wrong angle.
Yeah.
A wrong angle. I see. Well, Mr. Einstein, perhaps you'd be so kind as to draw a wrong angle for me.
Dude, we totally lucked out. He's calling us someone else.
By the way, who is this Einstein dude?
I think he's that new kid over there.
Yeah.
Mr. Preston, I'm waiting for my answer.
Mr. Snyder, sir, I thought you were calling on someone else.
What's this?
It's the poster for the Wild Stallions' first world tour, sir.
That's me, and that's Bill.
I'm on rhythm.
Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Preston.
No way.
No way!
Mr. Frias is the art teacher, boys. I teach math, but I doubt if I had 100 years I'd ever be able to teach you two anything. You two are going to get pop quizzes every day, just like this, in front of the entire class until you actually give me a correct answer. Class dismissed.
Ted, you're totally the laughing stock at San Dimas High.
Mr. Snyder totally hung us out to dry.
Hey, it's the Einstein brothers.
Dude, we do not appreciate you calling us Einstein.
Yeah, particularly since we don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ted, perhaps unraveling the mystery of this Einstein person will help us in our quest not to be called Einstein.
Let's ask Glenn Nevis, the smartest kid in school. He will most assuredly know.
Glenn Nevis, dude, how's it going?
Totally the smartest kid at San Dimas High.
Yeah, you once got a B+.
Congratulations.
I'm late for class. Stop! Don't touch that. Those are mine.
Glenn Nevis is a most intense individual.
It must be difficult with someone with such a big brain to interact with two such as us. We appreciate how hard this must be for you, Glenn Nevis. But we'd be most grateful if you could answer but one question for us.
Yeah. Who's Einstein?
Einstein? Who is Einstein? Einstein, you lame brains, is only the smartest man who ever lived.
Ever.
Let me put this in terms you might understand. I am to Einstein as you two are to me.
Whoa.
Let me show you something. Here's a picture of Einstein. Here he is on the day he delivered his speech about the theory of relativity in 1916.
Dude looks like he just woke up.
Einstein just happened to be the greatest scientist who ever lived. Without him, there'd be no nuclear energy, no computers, who knows what disasters. I'm late for class.
Dude. Ted, we have to meet this Einstein dude.
You are correct, my low-aptitude friend. If he is indeed the smartest man who ever lived, he can surely teach us to pass Mr. Snyder's pop quiz.
I hope so, or we'll continue to be objects of scorn and ridicule.
We can leave tonight after our parents are asleep and be back tomorrow for Mr. Snyder's class at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, let's rendezvous at the Circuits of Time phone booth tonight at 10. Einstein. Here it is, 1916, the date on the picture.
We've got 11 hours to become intelligent.
I hope that's enough time.
So do I.
Dude, it's him. Check out his hair.
Wicked deal.
He totally looks busy. What if he has no time to impart educational pointers?
Stupid. Stupid! I am the stupidest man alive.
Glenn Nevis totally led us astray. Einstein isn't the smartest man alive. He's the stupidest. Excuse me, Mr. Einstein, sir. I am Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and this is my esteemed colleague and musical associate, Ted Theodore Logan.
Greetings. Sir, we are in dire need of your help.
What did you say?
We have come to ask you to teach us how to be smart.
We've been totally humiliated by Mr. Snyder, our math teacher.
Yeah. It is our hope that you might share your most successful method of being brilliant with us.
Then maybe our teachers and fellow classmates at San Dimas High will refrain from calling us Einstein.
No offense.
Boys, I cannot help you. My life is utter chaos. I can't even solve an equation I've been working on for 2 years.
Is it that wrong angle thing?
Yeah, that one is way tricky.
Tonight, I have to give a speech on relativity to the entire scientific community.
But Mr. Einstein, sir, if we don't learn to be smart, we will be egregiously humiliated on a daily basis by Mr. Snyder.
So will you help us, Mr. Einstein?
Being smart is not all it's cracked up to be.
We wouldn't know, sir.
Yeah, that is why we are greatly in need of your genius.
There's that word again, genius. Do you know how I feel when people call me that?
Like a full-on brainiac.
I feel unworthy.
Why is that?
I am not a genius.
Excuse us, Ted. Ted, that's the second time he's renounced his brainiosity. Could it be we have the wrong Einstein?
Bill, he totally looks like the dude in the picture. Dude, are you totally sure you're Albert Einstein?
I am Albert Einstein.
No way, dude. We need to see some ID.
This is my house. This is my pipe. And these are my notes.
Notes on the Theory of Relativity by Albert Einstein.
Well, Ted, he is Albert Einstein.
Now I'm totally confused, Bill. We were told by Glenn Nevis that you were the super genius of all time.
I am completely undeserving of such a grand distinction. I am not a genius. True genius comes from the heart, naturally, not always from the head. But I know where the true geniuses are. Come with me.
Dude, Albert's gonna introduce us to all his intellectual peers.
When we return from this all-enlightened experience, we will totally blow Mr. Snyder away. Excellent!
And I helped my wife in the kitchen. I put out the fires. She said, take out the trash. I said, you cooked it, you take it out. We got married for better or for worse.
Chaplin, Keaton, this guy. They are geniuses, and they have the gift of laughter.
Dude, people laugh at us all the time. It's not a gift.
That's why we're here. We want people to stop laughing at us.
And they won't until we can pass Mr. Snyder's math class. You see, Al, that's why we're here. So you can help us with our math.
Math is easy, comedy is hard.
And my wife is an endangered species. Yeah, one day I may kill her.
Ooh. Oh. You see, I have dedicated my life to discovering the universe's intimate secrets. But the real truth of the matter is that I have always had another path that I wished and yearned to follow.
What, dude?
Shtick. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to make people laugh.
My dad went through a midlife crisis, too. He married a teenager.
I know that deep down inside here is a funny man, just itching to burst out. He's there. I know he's there. I can feel him inside me.
Does he know anything about geometry?
I have to let him out of this prison.
Who?
The funny man.
And she kept her girlish figure. As a matter of fact, she doubled it.
You know, in my spare time, I often think, can I do this? Could I get up there? Could I make people laugh?
You're not supposed to make people laugh, dude. You're supposed to make people think.
I think to myself, why slave over endless equations and theories when I could do something like this?
Like what?
Like standing on a stage and performing and making people laugh.
He's losing it. My esteemed colleague and I are entertainers as well.
Yeah, which is why we can totally understand your deep level of bumness for not choosing the path to superstardom.
Yeah, totally. But you have to follow your correct path, dude. The outcome of the 20th century depends on it, according to Glenn Nevis.
You boys are right. I quit physics. I am now in show business. So I said to my doctor, is papaya healthy? And he says, I never heard one complain. And I know this man didn't have a cent to his name. So he changed his name. I got 1 million of them. I can tell you the one about the 2 goats and a bicycle. They had these goats. This man was so
Dude,
funny. The picture
Al's
is
sudden
so
career change is most disastrous.
The goats.
We have created a joking stuff.
As I see it, a joke is like a story and should be broken down like Shakespeare's classical 3-act structure. Situation, development, resolution. S, D, R. And laughter, of course, is symbolized by the exponent L. L equals SDR squared.
This is certainly great news, Al, but we still require vast knowledge to help us.
So, where are you boys from?
We already told you, San Dimas.
But I'm just trying to sort of warm up the audience. Heckle me. Go ahead. Heckle.
Al, we would love nothing more. But really, it is getting late.
Do I come down to your job and tell you how to flip Wiener Schnitzels?
Al, is that a joke?
Listen, there's a train leaving in 10 minutes. Be under it.
Al, I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you to offend my most esteemed associate in this most unsavory fashion.
Do I notice you have a Roman nose? It's Roman all over your face. How did I do, boys?
Your humor is most unusual.
And somewhat mean-spirited.
Well, I was only trying to be funny. I did it out of love. Oh, I'm running late.
What about your notes?
What about our lessons?
I'm sorry, but it's amateur night at the cabaret. I want to get there early. Otherwise, I'll wind up at 3 o'clock in the morning entertaining the busboys.
Ted,
We failed. We are forced to go back to San Dimas, unenlightened, to face further humiliations.
and who knows what disasters.
Albert,
Could we help you with something?
we are looking for Albert Einstein.
Sorry, dudes, he just left.
He left? He never leaves. Where did he go?
He went to get in line at the cabaret.
He's breaking in his new act tonight.
But He must deliver his relativity speech at the university tonight.
I don't think so. He's got Major Stardust in his eyes.
He's totally given up physics and gone into show business.
But that is preposterous. His theory of relativity will have an enormous impact on the world. It will be the foundation on which the remainder of the century rests upon. He must deliver his findings.
Ted, we better get Al's funny man back into his cage.
If we don't, not only will Mr. Snyder wail upon us, but
There may not be any future to go back to.
we must make Al deliver his speech tonight. Albert Einstein? Wow. How's it going?
Boris, I'm glad you're here. I'm a nervous wreck.
Dude, you totally look like you're on a telethon.
I was thinking, what if they don't think I'm funny? I would be totally humiliated.
We most definitely know the feeling.
Don't worry about it, Albert, dude. We got something for you. It's a crib sheet. It's aided many a student at San Dimas High.
Yeah, it has all your jokes on it.
You are on in two.
Well, this is it.
Don't worry about it, Albert, dude. You're going out there, the world's greatest scientist.
And coming back a lounge act.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new act. He just finished an extended engagement at the Prussian Academy of Sciences, where he was held over for 3 big weeks.
I've got it. I'm going to kill him. I'm an atomic joke machine.
Dude, remember, if you forget anything, just check your crib sheet.
Yeah.
I want to thank you two boys for helping me realize my dream, and I shall never forget you for it.
So, how about a big Switzerland welcome for Al Einstein?
So far, so good.
Yeah, hope it works.
Joke number 1. J.P. Morgan asked me how science helps business. And I said to him, where would the belt business be without gravity? Joke number 2. Another scientist asks me and says, if there are people in outer space, how come they don't contact us? And I said, would you? Joke number 2. Number 2. Yes, sir. Yes. Attention, scientists, do this. The theory of relativity is most excellent. In other words, space and time are not absolute and constant, but relative to different people moving at different speeds. No absolute meaning can be given to the statement that a body is at rest. The motion of one body can be defined only with respect to that of a second body. Speed is distance divided by time. Time itself changes with velocity. It is constant only for observers in the same
relativity.
state of uniform relative motion.
Totally simple.
Even mass does not remain constant. And so, in conclusion, I offer you this equation. E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the velocity of light squared.
Way to go, Al. Most educational lesson.
Yeah, relativity is totally bitchin'.
I owe it all to you boys. You realized all along that my calling was physics and not comedy.
No kidding, dude.
But I have to tell you something. The way you got me to read that speech, you outsmarted me.
Ted, we outsmarted the smartest man who ever lived.
Bill, the way I see it, we were just too stupid to realize that we were smart all the time.
Time. Time. We got a book, Al.
Yeah, be excellent, dude.
Excellent. Book. Let us begin today with the comic relief portion of this class. Bill and Ted, don't even bother to sit down. Up to the front of the class, please. Are you two ready to make complete fools of yourselves again?
We are totally up for it, Mr. Snyder.
How many sides are there on a trapezoid? Just as I thought. Not a brain cell at work.
No, sir. We were just confused as to why you would ask us such a way easy question.
Easy? For you two?
In order to prove our academic aptitude, let us instead explain Einstein's totally complicated theory of relativity.
Oh, that'll be good. Why don't you two explain Einstein for us?
Begin, Ted.
Thank you, Bill. The theory of relativity is most excellent.
Yeah, because it's different for everybody.
That's why they call it relativity, because it's relative.
Like if Ted were cruising through the universe at the speed of light, not only would it be a totally cool thing to do, but it would completely change his perspective of time.
Yeah, allow me to elucidate. Bill? If I left here at the speed of light, when I got back, my most excellent friend Bill would be a very old man.
I might even be older than Mr. Snyder.
I, on the other hand, would retain my most attractive youthful appearance.
This is because space and time are most inconsistent.
Much like the food in the cafeteria. And the theory that Einstein used to show this was E equals mc squared.
Which I'm sure you're all familiar with from the opening of the ever-popular Twilight Zone.
The end!
Later tonight on Married with Children, Al Bundy has always wanted to inherit something from his ancestors, and now he has. Unfortunately, it's the family curse on Married with Children, right after In Living Color and Rachel Gunn RN tonight. Now stay tuned for True Colors.